This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Isang magandang araw at isang magandang linggo sa ating mga tagapanood na mga kapwa at kabansa nating Pilipino sa buong mundo, lalo na dito sa Pilipinas. Kayo'y nanonood po ng Journeys, Chronicles of our Asian Century. Ito po ay particular para dito sa ating foreign relations issues at ugnayan ng ating independent foreign policy sa iba't ibang mga bansa na sinimulan po isa totoo dahil ito ay matagal nang nasa saligang batas natin, isinatotoo ni Presidente Rodrigo R. Duterte. First, I greeted our fellow Filipinos all over the world and in the Philippines. And now I'm greeting our international audiences in English. Our viewers on YouTube in all continents of the world, you are watching Journeys, Chronicles of our Asian Century, a Filipino program in Asia, about Asia, and the relations of the Philippines with the rest of the world, particularly our Asian neighbors and of the People's Republic of China, our millennial friends and brothers. And every week we get together to discuss these developments and issues. But this week we will start by highlighting 3 stories of Filipinos in Beijing. Ito pong unang pag-uusapan natin itong linggo. Itong 3 storya na masasaya ng mga Pilipino, ng mga Pinoy sa China po. Alam po ninyo, libo-libo ang mga Pinoys na nasa China at hindi po alam ng karamihan sa ating 105 milyong Pilipino dito sa loob ng bansa natin. And yung mga kapwa Pinoy natin sa Europa, sa Amerika, sa Africa, maraming Pilipino, sa Asia din, sa Singapore, Australia, Filipinos are everywhere. But most Filipinos still don't know that we have thousands upon thousands of Filipinos in China too, living their lives, working, earning a good living, and continuing the thousands of years of association and fraternity with the Chinese people. And so, our first story, ang unang storya po natin ay tungkol sa mga Pilipinong mga arkitekto na nasa China po, nasa Shanghai at iba't ibang mga syudad ng China, mga arkitekto, mga nagdidisenyo ng mga gusali, mga bahay, mga kalsada, and so on. 32 sila na nagtipon-tipon po at nagbuo ng United Architects of the Philippines, Shanghai. Ayun, yan po, 2 sa liderato po ng United Architects of the Philippines doon sa Shanghai Chapter. And this week, we are talking about this professional group of architects who obtained the approval of the United Architects Board, National Board of Directors last October 14, 2014, around 4 years ago, led by architect Cyrses, or I'm not sure how to pronounce this, Cyrses Coniejos, the first president of the United Architects of the Philippines, Shanghai Chapter. Ayan, marami po sila. Sama-sama yung 32 mga miyembro, 32 members of the UAP Shanghai Chapter. But they're not only from Shanghai, they're from all over China. And we will mention the cities where they are located at. So the 32 members covering their careers and their tasks are landscaping, urban planning, interior and architectural design, so officially the chartering of the UAP Shanghai Chapter was established on March 21, 2015. Itong mga Filipino, these Filipino architects are from Shanghai, Beijing, Chongqing, Hangzhou, and Xiamen. Architect Budoy is the current president of the Shanghai Chapter of the United Architects of the Philippines. Some of the group's goals, there's Architect Budoy on the right, and then Alex De Dios there, president of the Shanghai Chapter. Okay, and some of the group's goals are the continued improvement of the profession and the promotion of activities that will increase the skills of their member architects, including knowledge sharing, talks, participation in symposia and exhibition design, conventions sponsored by the professional organizations in mainland China. In the Pinoy program in China, Architect Bud and Architects Alex De Dios, one of the directors, is the latest activity of the organization. The architects said as well, De Dios they said as well, the advantage of UAP membership in China, especially since they moved to Beijing and now they reside in Shanghai. Moreover, this was a machine translated, so may mga skip. Moreover, two architects also shared their thoughts about the change and opening up of China with the China Radio International, who interviewed them, and from where we picked up this news, and which partner in the developmental aspirations of the country as their architects. Details are available in the China Radio International. Hopefully in the future, we can interview them by internet. We're working on that. The second happy story is all the way from our people from Mindanao. The Lumad Mindano, an organization formed this past April, and started as a social group of OFWs from the region of Mindanao and the neighboring cities in China. Again, you have Lumads in China. And kasama din nila. They're also with the Hiligaynons. And Lumad Mindano, there you have their Fiesta Pinoy Shanghai, featuring the Lumad Mindano and Tribu Hiligaynon. Nagsasama-sama. They get together, enjoy these festivities. Lumad Mindano's first major activity is the dancing of the Fiesta Pinoy in Shanghai. They showed the rich culture of the Lumads. They made 4 dances. They performed 4 dances: Fan, Malong, Umbrella, and Singkil. The attendees were very happy with the presentations. Now the group intends to establish a cooperative to teach financial literacy to its members. And more details can be found with the Dolay Akak, with founders Dolay Akak and Domir Bores in the interview of Mac Ramos on China Radio International. Puntahan lang po ninyo, China Radio International, i-google po ninyo, lalabas po ang webpage nitong China Radio International at meron doong box, there's a box there, PINOYS in China, mga Pinoy sa China. And yung interview po, ando doon, marinig nyo, and you can enjoy the discussion. Meanwhile, Mark Ibanez shared the concept of Fiesta Pinoy Shanghai, doon sa interview, marinig nyo, as a member of the organizing committee. Ibanez shared the inspiration for a grand presentation featuring the culture of Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And again, there will be more details. There are more details in the Pinoy programs in the China Radio International. Tune in po kayo doon through the internet. The third story we have, itong pangatlong salaysay natin ay tungkol doon sa bisita ng Ballet Philippines sa Beijing. At ito po makikita natin yung ilang mga scenes dyan. But before we go on, of course, Ballet Philippines is parang ambassador po ng Pilipinas. It's like the ambassador of the Republic of the Philippines and the Filipino people. Over the many decades past, they have performed in all continents of the world, I would imagine. I'm sure in Moscow, I'm sure in New York, I'm sure in Europe. But now they have just visited China and performed. Ballet Philippines is a ballet company founded in 1969 by Alice Reyes. Kilalang-kilala po yan, very well-known Alice Reyes, with the support of Eddie Alijar and the Cultural Center of the Philippines. Now, panahon pa ni Imelda Marcos yung Cultural Center, 1969. And yung support for Ballet Philippines. Proficient in both ballet and modern dance, the company synthesizes diverse dance and movement forms from classical ballet to avant-garde choreography, from traditional dance to modern dance, from martial arts to aerial movements, and so on. So, andyan na po ang ilang mga unang scenes, and we have there Ambassador Chito Santaromana with the audience. There's the presentation. Again, you will, of course, these images were sent to us by Ambassador Chito Santaromana. And we are thanking the countries, thanking, of course, our Department of Foreign Affairs, Assistant Secretary Leng Duarte, Michelle Reyes, the National Commission on Culture and Arts, si Annie Luis, and Veronica, and of course, Ambassador Chito Santaromana there in blue. And to the extreme left, if you're facing the screen, is Jimmy Flor Cruz, kasama ni Chito Santaromana in 1972 or 71, flying to Beijing and sitting out the martial law years there. So again, this is another scene from the performance, a spectacular performance by Ballet Philippines, impressed the Chinese audience in Beijing, sabi ni Ambassador Chito Santaromana. This as the resident dance company of the Cultural Center of the Philippines, Ballet Philippines is recognized as the country's flagship company in ballet and contemporary dance. The company has been cited for its strong dance foundation, flexibility of style, and exciting sense of theater. Each outreach and educational program introduces audiences to dance, to music, and to visual arts. With over 400 works, Ballet Philippines' repertoire is unparalleled in Asia. From full-length classical ballets and international recognized masterworks to indigenous works of Filipino folklore and social issues. So, iyan po ang mga Pinoy sa China for this week, for this episode. And we have been bringing this to you over the past year and a half. Our show now is on our second year. And we have featured many other Filipinos. Filipinos have cake shops in Xiamen. We have Filipinos who are teaching English in all over China, in Shanghai, in Beijing, in Xiamen. We have artists, a very well-known artist already in China. We have cooks, we have hoteliers. So, ito pong ating mga Pinoy sa China ay halo-halo na, sari-sari na ang mga hanap buhay po roon. And dadami pa po sa darating na mga panahon. Itong taon na to, kabubukas lang po ng 2,000 na openings para sa English teacher at ang sweldo ay napakataas po. So, as I was telling our Filipino compatriots, we have thousands of Filipinos, bakers, entrepreneurs, teachers, artists, news journalists working in different English language Chinese newspapers in Beijing, Shanghai, many of whom I visited and we have had on this program of ours. So, There will be more in the coming years, and this year China just opened 2,000 positions for English teachers for the China market, and well, under discussion are other sectors and other talents from the Philippines going to China. So vice versa, in the next few episodes, we'll feature some Chinese now working in the Philippines. Many of them, of course, in the thousands too. And we will also have in our coming episode a taxi driver who can attest to the 50% increase in his income just mainly from his Chinese passengers that go around Makati and the Mall of Asia area, Rojas Boulevard area, because of their generosity and volume. So we will have more of these every week in the coming episodes. Thank you very much. Salamat po dito sa inyong pakikinig dito tungkol sa Pinoys in China. Okay, let's take this break.